the crag. We've got enough.
Yeah. No, I'm actually doing a I don't know what.
Make sure this I give it back.
So what's happening to Kurt? He got busted again. What happened?
I was walking down the road.
Yeah.
You know, come past Galleria out the bit, walk down the road, then you cut through that bit. I see the car pull up. I see him put there.
Yeah.
Then I walked down the alleyway. And when I got down past the factory bit, they're waiting.
Inside the search shop. No one's fishing the drugs.
No, shoplifting.
At what time?
Just now, about 10 minutes ago.
Galleria ain't even open.
I just got back.
Galleria.
Now, you know what the police do now, yeah?
And it was in an unmarked police car as well.
They've changed the rule now, yeah? Like the shops ain't allowed to chase you now if you get done with shit. The police go in every week or month and get CCTV. Whoever they see robbing, they put down as on it.
Yeah. I was just standing there. I said, look,
you work in a bar?
Yes, I was almost fucking clean washing what I'd done around there while I was cleaning this flat, you know what I mean? So go through it, like, I can have a look. I can fold it up if you want.
Where was the laundry?
No, I was around my mates.
What did they say about your slip? They said to me, like, what's your mobile number? We need to text you the slip details. I said, fuck
Lee.
I don't want it.
Lee.
Yeah.
The camera's on and you can see it, right?
Yeah. But they was like, basically, they said you have to give us your mobile number, like, so we can send you the slip. I was like, I don't want the slip. They was like, come to the police station. I said, do you want me to come to the police station, pick up a slip saying I got searched? I said, I don't want it.
Hey! Oh, sorry, I'm not sure the sound's working properly.
Yeah.
I was talking about Top of the Pops, actually. Yeah, I was going to say about Top of the Pops. Once upon a time, in the 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s and 90s, we only had 4 television channels, 4 choices. We didn't have this internet. We didn't have this computer. All we had was 4 television channels, right? And we used to have these things called record players. Do you remember record players, when record players came out? And what happened was we had a television show. We actually invented a television show. And we called it Top of the Pops, from Radio Caroline, actually. I'll tell you a story of Top of the Pops, actually, if I do Jimmy Savile fucker. I'll fix it, don't worry, I'll fix it.
You got that, man?
Alright, I'll tell you the fucking truth, right? In the 1960s, there was this music going around called rock and roll, right? And what happened was these guys from Radio Caroline, I mean, I suppose people like Tony Blackburn, Jimmy Savile, who else are you going to arrest now? Who else is dead? Alan Freeman. You can probably arrest Alan Freeman. He's dead now as well. So
Rob Harris has just been arrested.
I know Rob Harris has been arrested. It's bloody stupid. Bloody stupid. I don't know. Someone touched someone's bum 50 years ago, and now everyone's getting arrested for touching someone's bum 50 years ago, whatever. Bloody stupid.
You could do that in the street.
I'll fix it. Don't worry, I'll fix it.
Jim will fix it.
Ha 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 ha. Are you catching on? But look, the fact is, man, it's like Top of the Pops was going for about 40 years. You know, like Top of the Pops lasted for about 40 fucking years of Top of the Pops. Can you imagine 40 years of Top of the Pops, right? And like, it was like every week you had this thing called the charts. You ever heard of the charts? And people used to buy records every week. Now, if the people liked a particular band, they would buy the records, right? In the old days, people liked a band, they would buy their records. Like one week it was David Bowie at #1, then it was the Beatles or Adam and the Ants or Depeche Mode or whoever. You know what I mean? But it was a weekly thing. But it was, what it did was connect the entire fucking nation. Top of the Pops was actually like a satellite. I say Top of the Pops was like a fucking satellite. Top of the Pops actually united the entire nation. We had 4 television channels, right? And every single Friday night you had Top of the Pops. So everybody watched Top of the Pops, basically. to listen to the music and buy the records as such. So actually, Top of the Pops was like a satellite of the people, because it was the people who bought the records. It was the people who made the number one in Top of the Pops, wasn't it? Every week, people used to go out and buy their records of the song they liked, which the DJs played, and then they bought the songs. And if the song was very, very popular, it got to number one in the top pop charts, right? And then the whole fucking country was actually, in real life, the whole country was in fact connected to this Top of the Pops, you see. Everybody used to watch Top of the Pops, basically. Well, I think a lot of people did. And kind of like, it was the most popular music at the time, because everybody who bought the records made it number one or whatever. And it was kind of like a way of connecting people. Like, we went through stages, you know, in the 1960s, you had the Mods, and then you had the Rockers. No, you had the Rockers, sorry. The Rockers. You had the Teddy Boys. You had the Teddy Boys. You had the Rocks. And you had the Hippies. Then in the 70s you had the Glam, and you had the New Romantics and the Punks. You had the New Romantics. Yeah. In fact, just after New Romantics, you had the Punks. And after the Punks, you had New Romantics and the Rude Boys, you know, like specials, Rude Boys. Then you used to have the hippie music, and then it's a long story. But I'll tell you about it some other time. I don't really want to make a movie. I don't know what to say here, really. Anything else you want to say for the movie?
No, I thought we'll do another one before the end of it.
What else? What do you want to say, guys? Lee, you got anything to say? Sharon,
He's busy with
anything you want to say to the film?
Hello,
how are you?
Alright. But Top of the Pops kind of connected people. That's all I'm saying. That's all I want to say. I don't know why I made that film, but Top of the Pops, I mean, it's like, because in the old days, in my day, we only had 4 television channels.
Yeah.
Because we only had 4 television channels, everybody used to tune in to one or the other channel. Yeah? And everybody had a television, yeah? So everybody used to tune in to one of these 4 channels. Well, 3 channels originally it was. Well, it was 1 channel originally. It was BBC One originally. But so everyone used to tune into this 1 channel. You know, the BBC or whatever. And Top of the Pops was really popular, and the thing is, it connected people a lot, especially young people, because that's why people became rockers, or that's why people became punks, and that's why people became hippies and stuff. You know, just saying, history-wise, Top of the Pops. A good way of connecting people to each other. If a lot of people like the same music, then a lot of people could connected to each other. Yeah, you heard the latest Madness song?
Yes.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? I haven't.
You know.
You know what I mean?